Hello students, welcome to the first video of science, class 8, chapter 10, reaching the age of adolescence. Students, did you know that what is adolescence? Adolescence is a transition period between childhood and adulthood. It is a development period filled with major changes in physical maturity, way of thinking, emotional feelings, and relationships with others. And it is also a period during which a boy or a girl gains sexual maturity, and the hormones play an important role to bring about all these changes. These hormones are secreted by the reproductive organs about which we have studied in the previous chapter. In this chapter, we shall discuss about these changes and the role of hormones during this period. So let us start. Students, first of all, let us understand what is the meaning of adolescence. So the stage between childhood and adulthood is called adolescence, and it is a period of transition. During this period, the body attains reproductive maturity. Thus, the period of life when the body undergoes changes leading to the reproductive maturity is called adolescence. And students, let us know about the stages of growth in humans. The various stages of growth in humans are infancy, childhood or pre-adolescence, adolescence and adulthood. The stage of growth from birth to about 2 years of age is called infancy. During this period, babies grow very fast and they learn to sit, stand, express their feelings and recognize people and things around them. And the childhood or pre-adolescence is the stage of growth from about 2 years to 11 or 12 years of age. During the childhood, children grow in size and weight at a steady rate. They grow intellectually, emotionally and socially. And they go to school and learn many things. They also start to do their routine activities themselves. And the stage between childhood and adulthood is called adolescence. Students, the adolescence usually starts from the age of 11 years and lasts up to age of about 18 to 19 years. Since the adolescence period covers the teen period, so adolescents are usually called teenagers. It means the children of age 18 to 19, they are called teenagers. During the teenage, the body grows rapidly and many changes in the body take place. And these changes mark the start of puberty. And students, now let us understand the meaning of term puberty. The stage of life when the body becomes capable of reproduction is called puberty. It varies from person to person and generally girls attain puberty earlier than boys. At puberty, the boys and girls become capable of reproduction and puberty ends when the adolescent reaches at the reproductive maturity. Students, it is very difficult to know that a person has gained the adulthood. The end of adolescence is the beginning of adulthood. So, the state when all the body systems are fully developed have almost reached full height but still growing emotionally, intellectually and socially may be considered as the state of adulthood. During adulthood, one keeps growing and changing. Gradually, one finds one day that she become older. And students, now let us understand the changes at puberty. During puberty, a boy or a girl gains sexual maturity, physical maturity, way of thinking, emotional feelings and relationship with other, etc. These kind of changes are take place at the time of puberty. And the changes of puberty usually occur at the age of 11 to 12 years in females and 14 to 15 years in the males. All these changes are bring about by hormones in the body. So let us understand about the changes in detail. The first change is increase in height. During puberty, there is a sudden increase in the height of both boys and girls. This occurs due to increase in the length of the bone of arms and legs. And the rate of growth in height varies from person to person. Some may grow rapidly at the start of puberty and then slow down, whereas others may grow gradually. The average growth in height of boys and girls with age are differ. Initially, girls show faster growth in height than boys, and around 18 years of age, both boy and girls gain their maximum height. And students, the height of an individual depends upon the genes inherited from their parents and the food habits during the growing period. Thus, it is important to have nutritious food during these years. This nourishes the bones, muscles, and other parts of the body. The second change during puberty is change in body shape. During puberty, body changes at certain places. The changes are different for boys and girls. In girls, pelvic bones grow, region below the waist becomes broader, and in boys, shoulders broaden and the body muscles grow more prominently than the girls. And the next change is change in voice. Voice is produced due to the voice box or larynx present in the throat. At puberty, the muscles attached to the voice box also grow. It can be easily seen from the outside of the throat. The voice box in boys is larger than that in girls. The voice box in boys can be seen as the Adam's apple in their throat. The voice box in the girls is hardly visible. In boys, the voice becomes deep and harsh, while in girls, the voice becomes shrill or high-pitched. And the next change is increase in the activity of sweat and sebaceous glands. During puberty, the secretion of sweat glands and sebaceous gland or oil glands increase. This cause acne and pimples on the face during this period. These disappear by the time one reaches at the age of 18 or 19 years. However, in some they continue to adulthood. And the next change is development of sex organs. At puberty, the reproductive organs in boys and girls become functional. In boys, the male sex organs like testes and penis develop completely, and the testes begin to produce male sex cells, sperm. And in girls, the ovaries enlarge and eggs begin to mature. Also, ovaries start releasing matured eggs. And students, in the next slide of this video, you will be aware the changes brought out in the boys and girls respectively. In male, skin gets oilier, shoulder get wider, facial hair start to grow, and hair under arms also start to grow. Pubic hairs start to grow, and penis get longer and wider, and testes get larger. Neck, chest, and leg muscles get bigger and stronger. While in female, whole body gets curvier, skin gets oilier, hair under arms start to grow, breast starts to develop, hip bones get wider, and pubic hair start to develop. Weight gain on hips and leg muscles get bigger and stronger. These are the changes that take place in male and female at the time of puberty. And another change that takes place at the time of puberty in adolescents is reaching mental, intellectual, and emotional maturity. During puberty, the intellectual development takes place and the adolescents spends considerable time on thinking, planning for their future. In fact, it is an exciting phase of the growth. During this phase, generally following changes are noticed. The adolescents become more independent and self-conscious, and they start feeling the need for acceptance and understanding. And there may be an urge to develop relationship with person of opposite sex. Students, the adolescence is an emotional time. At this phase, hormones may cause mood swings, and at this time, an adolescent may feel insecure while trying to adjust to the changes taking place in the body and the mind. The adolescents should learn to cope with the stress caused by these changes, and these changes are natural part of growing up. Even human being has to pass through this phase of life. And students, now let's revise what we have learned today. Question 1. Adolescence usually starts from the age of option A 9 years, B 10 years, C 11 years, D 12 years. And the right answer is C 11 years. Question 2. The stage of growth from birth to about 2 years of age is called option A infancy, B childhood, C adulthood, D puberty. And the right answer is A infancy. Question 3. The body becomes sexually mature at option A infancy, B childhood, C adulthood, D puberty. And the right answer is D puberty. Question 4. At puberty in girls, the voice becomes option A loud, B harsh, C shrill or high pitched, D deep. And the right answer is C shrill or high pitched. Practice makes perfect. Students, it's time to practice. And your practice homework are on your screens. See you soon in the next video of this chapter. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.